You can go ahead.
Hello, everyone. So this is the last day of our session, UiPath Studio series. So I'm Swathi. As you all know that since so many days we are learning together, right? So I'm an associate automation developer, and we have Vajrang Billlakurthi. Vajrang, could you please introduce yourself?
Sure, Swathi. Can you hear me?
Yes, Vajrang.
Okay. So hello, everyone. Vajrang here. And thank you so much for joining in till the last day of the session. And yes, we are excited for you to win more prizes. So go ahead and listen to the last session. This will be very helpful for you in building your projects as well as building your solutions. And we are also planning for a 20-minute doubt clarification session or 20-minute support. We'll be sending information through Diana, and you'll get further information over a post. And yeah, welcome back, everyone, and have a great session ahead. If you have any questions, go ahead and check out and ping us. As well as this session is also hands-on session. There is no presentation, or we'll not be using too much presentation. We'll do lots of hands-on sessions, and this is you. Today we are going to do with email automation. So anything that you need for emails, this is the session that you need to check. Go ahead and check it out. You may need to send multiple reports, as well as you may need to send multiple emails, and or you may build a complete solution using email automation. So don't miss any single topic. Practice it now so that you can use it later. And Swati will be using custom emails, right? Gmails as well as our enterprise emails to connect with the UiPath Studio Web. Is it correct?
Yes, Vajrang. So I'm working on our enterprise email, that is Outlook
Okay.
email.
Yeah. So Swati will be working with our organization email ID. And if you are using your organization email ID, you can go ahead and use it. But if you don't want to connect, you can also use your Gmail as well as Outlook. The process is same. And let's continue with the work. All the best, everyone, and let's do it, Swati.
Yes, Vajrang. Thank you, Vajrang. So as Vajrang said, today we are going to work on email automation. Okay, now what is that and how can we do that? First thing I require, so I want to connect to the email, that is either it may be Gmail or Outlook. I want to connect that thing with the UiPath by using the integration services or else by the same activity itself. Okay, after that, I have to extract top 15 mails from the email, and I want to retrieve, that is extract some data like subject from and date. Whatever the extracted data is there, that data I should send to spreadsheet, and that spreadsheet I have to send to another email ID. This is our requirement. Okay, first connect to the UiPath, connecting our Microsoft 365 Outlook to the UiPath, and getting top 15 emails. And from that emails, I want to extract some information like subject, date, and from. Okay. After that, whatever the extracted data is there, that data we should enter into spreadsheet. After entering into spreadsheet, we have to send that spreadsheet to another email ID. Okay. Now let's check how can we do that. Okay. Let's go to our topic. Open our Studio Web. Okay. Create a new project. One second. Okay. Studio Web. And you people try with adding a new project. So manual automation. Okay, I'm editing my project name as email automation. Okay, so first what I said, we need to extract top 15. We need to get top 15 emails. And from that, we need to extract some information. Now that extracted information should be placed in somewhere, right? So I want to put that information in a data table. In Studio Web, till now, we don't have an option to create a data table, to build a data table. That's why what we are doing, first I'm creating a variable. Just I'll go to variables. I'm creating a variable bt underscore mail data. You please follow along with me. And what is the type? Type should be data table. Why I'm creating this data table? To store the extracted data. Okay, click show, click select advanced types and search for data table. Okay, now I have created a data table, but the thing is I need to create structure for that data table. Now I need to add that structure. Structure in the sense I need to add column names, isn't it? Now, to add column names, what we need to do, just click add data column. Okay. Now, how many data columns are required? How many things I want to extract? Those many data columns required. So I'm extracting received date, subject, and from. Okay. So in order to get all these three columns, we want to add three add data columns. Okay. Just copy this and paste. Okay. Now column name is received date. Add data column, receive date. Now this is add data column from address and add data column subject. Okay. Now let's add the data. The column name is receive date. Okay. Now to which data table I'm adding this column name? To DT mail data, isn't it? To this bill data table. This is to this data table. I'm adding a column called received date. And in the same way, from address. Now from address column is also for DT mail data. Finally, subject. Now subject is also for DT mail data. Now I have created a data table and I also created the structure of that data table. That means I've added columns of that data table. Now, after extracting the data, can I send rows to that data? Yes, that thing we'll do later. And now let's go to our topic. Now, first our motto is to extract, to get mails from the email ID, right? So for that, we have an option activity called get mail list. Okay, now if you are using with Gmail, select this. Now I am doing with Outlook. That's why I'm using this. Now, as I'm not connected with any Outlook, I'll get to connect. Okay, so connect to Microsoft Outlook 365. So from the activity itself, you can connect. Click on this. Connect. Choose the mail ID. I'm choosing my organization mail ID. Now I have successfully connected with the mail ID. Okay. Now I got inbox as my folder. And if you want to give any particular filter, that is, if I want to select based on my subject, here we can do that. If subject contains anything. So if you give the subject, now it will filter based on that. In the same way, if from particular mail ID, now you will get only those kind of emails. Okay. Now I'm not going to do anything with the filters. That's why I'm leaving. Okay. Now I want to extract top 15 email IDs. Sorry, emails. Limit emails to first 15. Okay. Next. If you want to include subfolders, you can select as true or else false. Now, if you want to choose only read-only unread messages, select true or else false. Now, if you want to select only emails with attachments, true. If not, false. Now, you can also choose the important emails. That is, if you want to choose only high important emails, then you can do like this. So everything will be easily available for you. Choose all these options based on your requirement. Okay. Now, after extracting, if you want the mail to be unread, that is marked as read. Sorry, it should be marked as read, then select true. If not, choose false. But so everything is easily available for you. Choose as per your requirement. Now, in output, you'll be having email list variable. Now, this is auto-generated variable, which contains the list of emails. Okay. Now, till here, everyone done the process?
Let's wait for the team to complete, Swathi, then we'll continue.
Sure, Vajrang.
So just make sure you are able to add a connection. Yeah, Andy completed it. So from address and to address, you are creating, add a data column, received date. Okay. So let's continue.
Yes, Vajrang. So I have got a list of emails, right? Now, what I need to do, I need to iterate through each email and I have to get data from each email. So what is that data? I have to get received data, received date time and subject as well as from. Okay. Now, what should I do? Let's go and check for each activity. For each. Now, what is the variable that contains list of items? Email list, right? For each email list. Now, current instead of current item, I'm changing it to current mail. Okay, from current mail, what should I do? I need to extract the data like current mail dot subject, current mail dot from, current mail dot received date. And when I do that, everything related to that current mail will come, right? Now that thing, what should I do? I should add to this data table. That means we are adding row to this data table. Earlier, we have added columns to this data table, right? Now we are going to add row to this data table by extracting all the email information. Now for that, you can add data row. Okay. Now, for which data table you are adding the row? You're adding row for TT mail data. Now, what is that row? Choose collection builder. Okay. Add. Now, open expression editor. Now, what you want to get from current mail? We want to extract received date. From this current mail, I want received date. Okay. Save. Convert it to toString, .toString. Because you are getting string date, right? toString. Save. Now, add In the same way, from this current mail, what you want to get? I want to get from address. See. And finally, what I want? What I want? From this current mail, I also want subject. See. Now, I have added columns. I have added appropriate rows for that columns, appropriate data for that columns. Okay. Click on save. Now, did anyone complete? Everyone complete till here?
Let's complete the last task of writing the range and then we can stop.
Yes, Vajrang. So I have extracted emails. So by using get email list, I have got emails, top 15 emails. From that top 15 emails, I've iterated each mail. And from each mail, I've got, see, you can see here, I have got mail. I'll go with collection builder. Now I have got receive date, I have got from address, I have got subject. And I added everything to the row of this data table. Finally, what I need to do? I need to write that to spreadsheet, isn't it? Now, do you have spreadsheet in your Google Drive? No. Then what can you do? You can create a spreadsheet,
So Swathi, one question here. So
yes,
should it always be a spreadsheet or can it be a CSV also?
It can be CSV as well.
So we can do something like this, right? We can create a CSV using write CSV and upload it to storage bucket. Even that can be possible.
Yes.
So again, it's not always that you need to use a Google Drive. You can also create a CSV using write CSV, and then you will get a file variable, and that file variable you can directly upload it into the storage bucket.
Exactly.
So that's how you can do this.
Yes.
And also you can also send out an email using that as an attachment. Even that's possible.
Exactly. Yes, you can do that. We can do that.
Okay.
Okay. So as of now, I'm creating a spreadsheet in my Google Drive. As I have connected to my Google Drive, it is accessing directly. Now the folder is my drive. And I'll refresh this, reload this. Okay, now my drive and provide the sheet name, spreadsheet name. Now my spreadsheet name is email information. And my sheet name is top 15 mail data. Okay, now I'm providing a spreadsheet name as well as sheet name. Okay, now this newly created, and I'm telling like auto add as a separate file. Okay, if I have same file with the same name, then I'm asking like add as a separate file. Now in output, save spreadsheet for later is a variable. It is auto-generated variable, which holds the currently created spreadsheet information, like spreadsheet name, sheet name, and everything will be in this. So currently newly created spreadsheet information will be available in this variable. You can use that variable whenever required. Okay, now I have created variable. I have created a spreadsheet in my Google Drive. Finally, what I need to do? I need to write data into that spreadsheet. Okay, now as I am taking entire data, complete data table data, I need to use write range activity. Whenever you are writing complete data table data, you have to choose write range activity. Okay, now spreadsheet. Now what is the spreadsheet? For spreadsheet, we can use the variable because the save spreadsheet variable contains the information, right? Now, what is the sheet name? Range is nothing but sheet name. What is the sheet name? Just now we have provided the sheet name, right? Let's go and copy that. Now this is our sheet name. Copy and paste it over here. Okay. Now include headers. Yes, I have headers, so I'm including the headers. How to write? Now I am asking to overwrite any previous data that exists. And what to write? Now which contains the entire data? DT mail data. Now I'm writing the DT mail data information into spreadsheet. Okay. Now let's run our process and check whether mails got extracted and data got extracted from the received mails and written in the spreadsheet or not. Now my automation ended. Let me go and check in the creating one table. Now can you see email information spreadsheet has added? And I got received date information from address and subject. Okay, now I have got top 15 mails. Like this, we can extract email information. We can get mails and we can iterate to that mails and we can extract the whatever the information we want.
So Swathi, let's just pause for some time and
Yes, Vajrang.
let people continue. We'll also give a quick information about UiPath Studio Web challenge. So can you please open the link in the chat?
Vajrang?
I'm just giving you the link.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, just go ahead and open that link and the screen share.
Yes.
So members who are joining till the last day, everyone, if you are building some new automation, you can definitely win $100 or $60, and not only one person. We have 10 such members who can win. Our top 3 members can win $100 from UiPath as a swag. Maybe that you can use for UiPath certification or different purposes. You can use on it on your own. And from 4th to 10th members, whoever wins and stands in 4th to 10th place can win $60 each. So don't miss. The challenge begins, or it's already begun. It's from March 19th and it will be from April 5th. So just go ahead and complete. Even if you are building some small automation and if you think that it can definitely win, go ahead and submit your solution. And Diana, is there a way how they can submit the solution?
Yes, I just follow the direction, go up a little bit, right on the forum. And there's a place there right above the prize section where it says challenge requirements. So you need to sign up for the forum. You need to submit your use case and there's a repository for you to submit it right there. And
Okay.
then you guys should be set. Just remember to put My First Studio Web Project in the title.
So that's the requirement.
Yes.
And my team will be continuously watching this post. So if you have any questions, go ahead and add your questions and we'll try to reply. Yep. So if you have completed this task, go ahead and reply back in the chat stating that the task is completed, and then we'll continue. We need at least 1 or 2 members who completes this session, then we'll continue.
If you are facing any problem, please put that in chat. We'll be there to help you.
So Lakshmi Rajendran says it's done. I hope multiple other people's also will be done. So Swathi, can you please explain how you have created a build data table? How you
Yes,
create
Vajrang, sure.
in the beginning,
So,
and then how you
yes,
columns. That's an important topic over here.
yes, Vajrang. Unlike Studio, we have build data table activity, right? So till now in Studio Web, we don't have that activity. For that reason, what we are doing, just I'm creating a variable of type data table. Here I've created the DT mail data and I've given type as, see here, new system.data.data table. Now I've created a data table variable, and for that data table variable, I have created structure, that is columns. Now these columns are based on my requirement because I require received date, from address, and subject. That's why what I did, I used add data column activity, and column name, I have provided column name, and that column name I have given to this data table. For this data table, I have added column name 1 as received date, and column 2 as from address, and column 3 as subject. Okay. Now here I have created a variable and I have created columns to that data table. So this is how you need to do in order to create a build data table and its structure. After that, what we did, we have extracted emails, top 15 emails from a mail ID. Here you can see show additional options. Limit emails to first is 15. Okay. And here variable is automatically generated by the activity itself. This holds the list of email information. Now I'm having list. After that, what we did, we iterated through each mail and we have extracted our required information. Make sure this is the important point. However, so the structure you have given like received date, time, from address, and subject, right? So you have to follow the same structure, because if at all, if you give subject at the top, received date at the bottom, so the column name will be different and the data will be different. Okay, you have to follow the same structure. And just to add, just click on add, go to open expression editor. Now from which variable you want which thing. Now from current mail, I want to extract, I want the body. Okay, you can do like this and save. But here I don't have column body, right? Now I will get an exception. Before doing that, you need to add that column to data table. Click on save. Okay. Now after getting that, I want to write that entire data into a spreadsheet. As I don't have spreadsheet in my drive, I've created a spreadsheet first. Okay. And I've written the entire data into that spreadsheet. This is how we need to do.
So Swathi, there is a small question. What is the data table type? So can you please keep the new system.data.data table in the chat?
Yes, Vajrang.
Variable type. Yeah, just add it to the chat. And also we can select the type. Since you already assigned it to a new data table, it automatically took data table as a variable type. But if you want, you can also map it to data table, right?
Yeah. Just see, let me create one more and show you.
Yeah, I think for that you can directly create. Just go ahead and add type. That should be good.
Here I'm not able to edit that type much. And even I'm not able to create the variable as well. Like yesterday
Okay,
I faced that thing.
yeah, I think it's because of delay. So let's go ahead
Yeah.
with the next task, please.
Okay, so we have data, and what we need to do, we need to send that data. That is, we have email information spreadsheet, right? Now I want to send this email information spreadsheet to another person, another email ID, other email ID. Now, how can I do that? Now, before that, my spreadsheet is in my Google Drive, right? Okay. Now, what I need to do first, I need to download that spreadsheet, download that file. And after downloading that file, I can send that file as an attachment. Okay. Now, first take download file activity. Now, it is in Google Workspace, that is Google Drive. Select this.
So are you creating the same? Okay, you're just now trying to download the file that you have created
Yes.
and sending as an attachment to a different, for example, your manager or someone
Yeah.
who needs that file. Okay,
Yes.
got it.
Yeah. Okay. Now, file to be downloaded. Choose the file. That is, right now we have created email data, right? So I'm choosing that file. Okay. Email information. Select. Now, when you click on show additional options, you have many options. You can download spreadsheet as XLSX. You can download it as a PDF. Okay, whatever. So in many ways, but now I want to send it as XLSX. So I'm selecting this. Now we have a file output variable. This is also auto-generated, which contains the information of that file. Okay. Now I have ready with my attachment. Finally, what I need to do, I need to send a mail to the manager or to the person who require this mail, who require this attachment. Okay. Now for sending, I have an activity called send email. Okay. Now, as I'm doing Outlook, I'm selecting Outlook one. Ensure if you want to save this mail as draft, choose this one. If you want to send instantly, choose false. Okay. Now, who is the recipient? 2.
I can be the
I'm
recipient.
giving. Okay, Vajrang. Can I have your email ID?
Yeah, vajrang@vajrang.org.
Okay. Now you can also CC. I mean, you can also put CC as for any other email address. You can give subject. Okay, summary of the top 15 emails. This is my subject and body. Now you don't need to do any HTML process. Let me show you that. Hi, Vajrang. Please.
Swathi, after completing this question, Andy asked an interesting question. Like when we are creating a new file, like then we will not have the path, but you have selected the path now, right? So just dynamically show him how we can use the file path that's created using create workbook and then give that path file over here, that link over here. Okay, instead of manually checking. Let's complete this task. We'll do it.
Yes, Vajrang. Yes, Vajrang. If required any other attachment, any other files. Now, see, let's go and check in the open expression editor. Now, here it has automatically taken as HTML. Okay, just you can type in, it will take. automatically. Now, in order to provide attachment, now which variable contains, now we are sending this file, right? File information, output. Now file information will be there in this variable, right? We can provide that variable, use variable file. Now, if you have multiple files, then you have to choose build a collection of attachments. Okay, I'm removing this first. Now I'm selecting build a collection of attachments. Yeah. Okay, you can add and you can provide as many attachments as you want by using the variables, because we are downloading the files, right? So those variables we can provide. As of now, I'm sending only one, right? So I'm using that variable and I'm sending that file. Okay. Use variable file. Okay. Now show additional options. Now these are, if you require, you can provide all these things. If not, you can leave them. Now let's check whether we can send a mail or not. I have issue with the connection. Yes, reload this.
So Swathi, the file is already created, right? So
Yes,
will it
Vajra.
create or will it throw an error?
Which file, Vajra? I didn't get you.
Right. At the beginning, you have. Can you please scroll up?
Yeah.
Before. Okay, you're just writing a range, so the file is automatically getting created.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the file. Like create spreadsheet, the file is already existing, and you're trying. When you run the bot, it will create again.
Yeah, it will create again, Vajra.
Okay. Will it throw an error?
I'm telling like, no, I have added like add as a separate spreadsheet or else auto rename.
Or you can also use replace, right?
Replace means if at all, if we have multiple files, our automation will fail.
Okay, got it. Okay,
Yeah,
you can.
I've noticed that that's an interesting thing you brought up, Swathi, because it will replace only the first instance of an existing email if you use replace. But then if you run the flow the next day, it will fail because there'll be two instances. It actually does not replace it at all. I think it's a bug. So using replace will work only the first time. The second time it will fail. So that's another issue that I think we must bring up to the product team.
That's right, Andy.
Yes.
So ideally, if file one, for example, the file name is one, and we need to replace. We need to create it with file one, and after that, it must be created with file two. But I think the product team can definitely help.
Yeah.
Even this auto rename is not getting that. It's sitting like appending a number, right? We are not getting that number as well. It is just adding like a separate file, even though if it file exists. Okay, so let's run our automation and check whether Vajrang will receive my email or not. Yeah. Vajrang, did you get email?
I need to check, Swati. By end of the day, I
Or
should receive.
else I'll check in my sent.
I got it. I'm
Yeah.
sending a screen.
Yes, Vajrang.
So I've sent you an email back stating I received.
Yes. You can see that in my sent item. Yeah. Okay, this is how we can send emails. We can extract data from that email. This is an attachment which having data. Okay. I hope you all did the process.
So Andy is successfully able to send the file. Yeah, and sorry, one last thing. Now
Yes, yes.
the question with the question with Andy. Now, can you go back to the solution?
Yes, Vajrang. Yeah.
Okay. So the question is like, what if we don't know the file name? So in download file, you have selected the email information, right?
Mm.
Can you remove that?
Okay. Here I'm selecting from here actually, from the list.
Exactly. Yeah. Can you please reset the field?
Yeah. Here value.
Okay.
Okay.
Now in that field, let's use a variable.
Okay.
Okay. What happened? Use variable. No, don't create a variable. Use variable.
Okay.
Okay. So after creating a spreadsheet, you have the file name. Yeah, save spreadsheet for later. I think that's the
Yeah.
spreadsheet that's getting created, right?
Yes, Vajrang.
So give that spreadsheet link.
Okay.
So Andy, this is how you need to do if you are
Yes.
dynamically creating it. So when you are
Yeah.
creating a file, you'll get the link for the file that you need to download and you need to send it.
Right. The file won't exist for the first time, right? So we can't exactly point to a file path. So that's a
Exactly.
good, yeah. It
Yeah.
worked. I
Yeah.
used that. Thank you. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Swathi, do we have any other task to do, or is this the last?
No, Vajrang, this is the last task.
Okay, so we have 10 minutes more for doubt clarification sessions, as well as you can ask any questions or you can bring in some ideas. So this is the last session from Swathi, and this is the last session for UiPath Studio Web Developer Series, an 8-day series that we have planned and successfully. I hope we were able to successfully deliver it with all the use cases with hands-on activities. We did not show any presentation for the complete meeting, and I hope this is the new way of giving out a session. Do you know if the flowcharts and state machine workflows are available? No, flowcharts and state machines are not available in Studio Web. We will be able to use sequence only. Now, being said that, since you are staying till then, you can get some added bonus. Now, till now, whatever you have seen, you are creating it only in one workflow. Whatever solution that we have done, it is done using only one workflow. So Swathi, let's go ahead and show them how can we use multiple workflows and segregate the solution. So we'll use 2 more minutes and we'll create one new project. So Swathi, can you please go back?
Yes, Vajrang.
Create a new
You
project.
want me to create new project? Yeah.
Yes. So we'll show them how to create multiple workflows in a same project. All the sessions will be available, all the recordings will be available in the same registration links that you have used. So go ahead and search for UiPath Studio Web Series, and you will be able to, wherever you have registered, in the same page, you will get the recordings. Also in YouTube, in UiPath community, you have Studio Web Series as a playlist. Go ahead and check out. Dan is uploading them daily. So members who are familiar with UiPath Studio, who regularly uses code in multiple workflows and send in-out arguments. So this is the way how you can segregate the code or how you can customize the code. So we'll be sharing all the codes that we have created in a repo, and we'll be adding it and we'll be sending it to all the members who registered. So this is a manual activity or manual workflow. So Swathi, on the left side, there is a folder option. Can you please click on that?
Till now I did not get version. It is still loading.
Let
Yeah.
it load. So click on that and you will be able to create separate folders as well as separate files. So let's go ahead and create a new workflow and
Yeah.
create it as sub workflow, SUB workflow. Okay. So to call this sub workflow, so what we will do in sub workflow, we will write a log message. Let's write a log message.
Okay.
Okay, but the information from the log message, we'll send it from the main workflow, or whatever data that we will send, it will not be in sub workflow, it will be from the main. Okay, so since sub workflow need to accept the value, we need to create an argument. So on the right side, can you create in the data manager, can you create an argument?
Yes,
In
version.
underscore welcome username, in underscore username. In the same way, you will be able to send the data out. Okay, but for now, let's go ahead and use it. And in the log,
Yes.
in the use this argument, please.
Yes, version.
Okay, this is as simple as you use Studio. Go to main workflow.
Yeah. Moment. Yeah.
There is an activity called invoke workflow file. So there is no change. The namings are similar. So invoke process
Sorry.
or invoke workflow. You need to use invoke workflow file.
Yes, version.
Invoke workflow file. And you will be able to select within this project, whatever workflow you have, you will be able to select.
Yeah.
Okay. And there is also input argument that you have received in username. Just go ahead and type in whatever value you can type in, and then hit on run the bot or test the bot. Okay, welcome to UiPath Studio Web series by Vajrang organization. Presented by Swathi.
It's okay. Version. Okay. Welcome to UiPath Studio Web by Vajrang organization.
Yeah,
Now
let's go ahead
run
and
our
test.
work. Yeah.
So the log message is inside the sub workflow, and when you run it, you will be able to see all the activities executed. Yeah, it's trying to run the workflow file, and it's ran successful or it executed successful.
Yes.
Okay, so that's how you can divide the code into multiple workflows when you're doing projects or when you're submitting solutions. The better you segregate the code, it will be easier for us to validate. So go ahead and divide the code whenever required. I hope this is a good feature and you can definitely use it. So by that, let's close the session. And Diana, all to you. And please turn on your videos today. Today is the last day, so we can definitely take a screenshot or photo.
Thank you, guys. I'm going to put this up on our team site, so they'll be very happy to see all your faces.
Yeah. Please turn on your cameras.
Need a few more cameras on.
Yeah.
Great. Thank you, guys.
So Diana, if you have time.
Everybody
just
smile. Yep. I have it. Great. So thank you, everybody, so much for joining this session. It's been amazing. Vajrang and Swathi, thank you so much for taking your time to go through all this information. Once again, we really hope that you guys will join our challenge because it just shows us, how much you've learned in this session, and I think it'll be really a good thing for you to do, given all the time you've spent in our sessions. So we really appreciate it. Don't forget to copy the URL to where you will find the recording tomorrow. And if you have any questions about anything with Studio Web, just let us know and we'll find an answer for you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, so Diana, since we have 5 minutes of time, I would like to take feedback, audio feedback from the members who joined the session till the last day. Will it be okay?
Sure.
Andy, we'll start with you. Let it go on record so that people can get to know and understand. I think we are the first, we are starting it for the first time with complete hands-on sessions. We haven't seen it earlier. So how do you feel about the sessions?
I liked it, honestly. I have been, with the exception to one day, I think, and 1.5 days, I think, where I was called into other meetings. I could not participate, but I participated in all the sessions and worked alongside with you. So I was part of the Studio Web. Initially, I gave a lot of feedback, and some of the features made it into Studio Web. At least one feature I know made it into Studio Web. But after that, I did not get much opportunity to revisit it. But this was a great refresher for me, and it was it was a great feeling to work alongside you guys and come back and now start using Studio Web again. Plus, the concluding part where you shared how to build, multiple files into Studio Web. I think that was a great addition to icing on top of the cake, and I'm sure many people here will find that very, very useful. So, all around, very good, great, and I think you did a tremendous contribution to the community.
Thank you so much, Andy. And Diana, I would like to introduce Narendra and Krishna. Narendra and Krishna, can you please turn on your cameras? So Swathi, Narendra, and Krishna are from my organization, and they are working day in and day out with Swathi to make sure all the questions are answered in the background and all the posts are sent to multiple people. So I would like to thank and congratulate Swathi, Narendra, and Krishna for completing this fantabulous session.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Vajrang.
Thank you, Vajrang. Thank you, Vajrang. Thank you.
And we also have Parvati. Parvati, can you please turn on your camera if you are available?
Vajrang, I cannot turn on my video. I have my infant with me. So I'm sorry about that, but I feel like thank you so much for including me in your organization. And we have a wonderful team who is working in and out very hard. And Swathi, you did a blast. It is really good. And I would appreciate all the team members who participated along with her.
Yep.
Thank you, Parvati.
So that's all from our end, Diana.
That's awesome. Thank you guys very much. I know everybody enjoyed these sessions and we appreciate all the engagement that everybody has put into this, and really just appreciate you guys taking the time to do this for us. So with that, we'll conclude our session for today, but do reach out to us if you guys have any questions about Studio Web. We're happy to help. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Diana. Thank you, everyone.